Okay, it's 11 here, so I guess it's 11 there. So what I want to do, guys, is I know we've got some new members over in the stock picking area and the SOS options area. So this is just going to be a basic session on how we use our fib tools, and I'm going to use Toss here. That's a platform a lot of people use. However, any basic platform is going to have these two sets of fib tools. If they don't, you probably need to go get another platform, quite honestly. So let's take a look at the Toss basic fib tool, and it's down in the right hand corner here, and it looks kind of like this percentage sign right here appropriately. So we're going to left click on that, and we're going to run our fib retracement. So we just simply start at the bottom here, work our way up to the top, and those are your fib retracements. So as I do this, if anybody has any questions, let me know, and I'll be more than glad to go back and review what I did. So that's your basic fib retracement tool right here. Now on your fib tools, most of the platforms let you click on this grid here and edit. And you can see right here the two values for this chart right here, the NQ chart. So the bottom value right here, if you pull your cursor over there, the low is 68.52.75. So I probably want to adjust this. So I adjusted that one. I didn't do it right. Let's see here. 66.28.75. There you go. So that's right on the nose right there. Especially these longer or higher time frame charts, it's a little bit harder to get zeroed in on them versus a week, daily, or a 60-minute chart like that. So you can do that, and you just give me 1 second here. Okay, so you can do that, and what you can also do, folks, is you edit, and let's say you got too many of these fib retracement lines up here. So your primary fibs are your 38.2 and your 61.8. So you always want to have those up there on your matrix. So you can adjust those right there. So any questions about that? So the other thing you can do, then this is a little trick that I learned. If you want to get rid of these fibs right here without having to go to edit, you can just place your cursor right over it, hold down your control key, and left click, and that takes them away. So if you want to edit, put that back, you just right click, edit, and you bring it right back there. So that's your basic fib tool set. Any questions? Now, something else the basic fib tool set will do, and I'm going to take this off right here. We're going to clear this right here. So it's all gone. So something else this will do, I want to drop this down to a daily chart right here. And let's say you had this little section up here, and you wanted to pick a target for this box right here, how far up you might think it might go. So what you can do is use the same basic fib tool or percentage right here and go from the top to the bottom. I got the time tool. You can go from the top to the bottom right here. And what we're going to do is take these fibs off, the red fibs off here. And this is what you're going to end up with. And this would be your target for this move up right here. This is your 1.27, and then 168%. And I use these all the time, and a lot of traders use these for targets right here. It's very common to see these used right here. So if you know a lot of traders use it, the machines are also using it too for take profits. You can see NQ is not doing so hot today, is it? So any questions on that? And that's just your standard fib tool with the 1.27 and 1.61.8% extensions on that. So again, if you have any questions, just put them up here. Okay, so that's your standard fib tool. I'm going to take this off. Now what we're going to do is use some extensions, some fib extensions. I'll go back to the weekly here. And this is your March low right here, the famous March low right there. So the way you use your extension fib tool, this guy's down here in the same little box. It's to the right of the percentage box over here. It's called Fibonacci extensions, obviously. So you just click on that. And let's say we want to run an extension. I'm going to go back to the daily here. From here, the bottom here, we're going to go up to the top here, click here, and back down here. Okay, so what we're measuring is this is 100% of this move right here. We're going to pull it back to this pullback right here, and we're going to get our extensions to the upside. See them all up there? And if I open this box up for you, right-clicked on it, you can see how these extensions are put in here. And what you do, all you do is right-click on the one of these lines and edit, and you'll see all these extensions in here. And that's reflective of what I have on the chart right now. Now, with these two guys, you can also adjust your beginning point value, your end point value, and your midpoint value to get these things right square on right here. I'm not going to do it, but you can do that. And just like the retracement tool, if you want to get rid of something on here, you just hold down Control and you get rid of it. So what we use these for in the ES live chart room is we know, for instance, that a lot of times price will stop at this 100% mark, and if it goes over it, that is bearish. So right now it went over it, so we're expecting more move to the upside. But we know our fib targets, we can project these using this tool, because we know, for instance, the wave 3 is going to be right around in this target zone here, and we know the wave 4 is going to pull back to this target zone here, and we know the wave 5 is going to be somewhere up in here. The other thing, and the thing that I love to use on this tool, is finding ABC patterns. So for instance, right here, if I measure back to the tool, and trading ABCs is another topic for another webinar, but we can measure here to here, and look at here, it comes in right to 100%, A, B, C down right there. So that's another use of that tool right there. So any questions on how to use the extension tool? So the point I'll leave you with here on this, if you go back to a, let's say we go to a weekly chart right here, and we're going to take that off, and we're going to put on our regular fib tools. Like so. And we extend this out. And we can do things in, then we're going to know we can put in our support. We put in more support, etc. And we can draw our trend lines here. So you see when you get a fib and a trend line and a level of support, so you got 23.6, you got the fib line and the trend line there, you got some support that would come into play later on. So that's about all I have on how to use these basic tools. Does anybody have any questions? And we did record this, and it'll be over in the educational portal.